gotta do it. Let's get started. Hey, I'm Coach Ryan Doyle. I'm the director of Huntington College Esports, and welcome to the interview. Yeah, it started very young. I mean, where I'm sitting there playing with my dad, really following in his footsteps. You know, he was very early on in the tech industry. 3 years old, I'm watching him play the Matrix Online, which is a super old MMO for those oldies out there. But, really got started off with just Pokemon. The old Fire Red, Leaf Green, going in and collecting the badges. Beat the Elite Four, those were big milestones. And then eventually it graduated to, getting a console, and eventually my dad got me a PC, kind of gave me his old one, and eventually that led to what got me into this industry in the first place, which was League of Legends. I just remember starting out and I was so bad. I hate being the worst. I was able to really kind of lock in and really go for the next 12 years, and here I am hitting top 300 at some point within North America, and now it's just the story's been written. I wish I could play for, 50 years. And with esports, you typically don't really see many people that are above really 25. And so, when I went into college with my undergrad, I had that awesome opportunity where I was able to go get partially of my degree paid for thanks to esports and, eventually my master's degree. It's kind of a lot like chess, and I think where I get a lot of my thrill nowadays is coaches versus coaches, right? Preparing certain drafts or strategies, trying to beat one another.
For sure.
And so I can kind of live vicariously through them a little bit. But man, it's vastly different because you're no longer getting into the adrenaline of playing and the mental aspect of the game. It's more of okay, how do I manage these players to be successful? You have certain players that have strengths and weaknesses, and so it's really about putting together a strategy with the roster that you're given in order to really be successful week to week. And it's just, I still love it. Especially after a big loss, it's really tough because, it's not me who puts those high expectations on them. Whatever the bar I set, the players always set way higher. And so it's just very common that you're going to fail regardless, what stage of life you're in. Failure is a part of growth. And so it's really about making sure that they understand that it's okay to fail. Failure is part of it, and it's really just about who they are as a person. That's going to be able to really define to me. Okay, I had a bad week, but how do I sit there and transition to next week and really show it off? And so it's part of that process, and I think it's just something that people tend to forget about a little bit. Most programs, especially in collegiate, you're never going to sit there and have the opportunity, unless you're just tippity top of the rankings, to really have a roster where you're shoulder to shoulder with everyone that is like-minded and as well as on the same page as you in the playing field. I want people who want to get involved. I want people that are going to be energetic and bring an energy, or they might be a little timid, but going here and a parent understanding that this is going to be something that where we are going to get involved as a team. We have team meals together. We have team dinners, team exercises, fun practices, things that really just promote a culture, where I hope you invite your friends to your wedding one day. These are going to be your brothers that you can count on. I really look for those that are willing to really step up into that. It goes without saying that wherever you start off in your career, you got to start off at the bottom, the bottom of the totem pole. And it goes without saying that you have to put the work in. You have to be able to not only show that you're confident in what you're able to do and you're confident in what you can achieve, but also you can't just expect to go be director as soon as you go out of college. That's just not feasible. And so it's really about the experiences that you take along with you, and so as long as you sit there and volunteer for it, people are always going to want more help, especially in our space that's a bit underdeveloped. And so if you can volunteer your time and show that you're able to, that's going to lead to a lot of opportunities down the road.